Today, we as people have managed to have more accepting view of other sexualities. Men and women who love the same sex have fought hard for this right over time, having strife and suffering just to love the way they want to.
While many have fought for this right, the Obergefell v. Hodges case stands very prominently as it was a key case in legalizing gay marriage. In this video, we want to educate you about this historic case and the process that revolved around it.
James Obergefell was proposed to by his terminally ill lover John to get married. However, they lived in Ohio, a state that banned gay marriage. The couple then traveled to Maryland, where gay marriage was legal, and had their wedding there.
Sadly, however, his husband John died eventually, and Ohio refused to label James as his spouse in his death certificate. As a result, Obergefell banded with other homosexual spouses having the same problem and sued the state by saying this violated their 14th Amendment right.
After the case went through district and appeal courts, it went all the way up to the highest court in the United States, the Supreme Court. When the case got national attention, supporters of homosexual marriage saw this as a major opportunity and began protesting for their marriage rights.
Protesters came to the Supreme Court and decorated the area in rainbows representing the LGBT flag, and would hopefully influence the decision being made for America.
This was their big chance, and everyone was giving it all they got.
Luckily enough, their efforts weren't for naught. After many trials and tribulations, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that any state ban against homosexual marriage was unconstitutional, as it violated the Due Process Clause and Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment.
The court sentenced that all states must provide marriage license for any homosexual couples and must also be recognized.
The LGBT community had celebrated as they could finally be free to marry in any state they could choose, no longer bound by legal constrictions. However, sexual discrimination still exists to this day, and protests are still up and running to spread the word of acceptance for same-sex couples.
While the issue of same-sex couples is long from resolved, Obergefell versus Hodge is still one of the major milestones of the history of LGBT people, and it will always remain a reminder for the LGBT community that change can happen.
When gay marriage was legalized, it made me feel really happy, just because so many people had been fighting for that right for such a long time, and it felt good to know that we were finally being recognized as just regular people who wanted to live our lives with our significant others. And at the time, I was with my boyfriend at the time, and it was actually something that we had never thought about until it was legalized, and it kind of opened a bunch of new doors for us. And now I can see me getting married to someone else, and knowing that I have that right makes me feel real good and real happy. But it also makes me feel good that if straight people can get divorced, so can gay people.